They've already got some pretty good ball handling skills. But that's not the most important point at this kickabout area near Jerusalem. Here, Jewish and Arab children learn those skills together. It's a project of the Perez Center for Peace.
You are the young stars of Etisalat. Do you know where our guest comes from?
Today, the kids are especially enthusiastic. Mishael Nees is visiting.
Colleagues from Germany, I'm very happy to be here in this unique environment. I was told here are some very, very good players.
For 2 years, the 44-year-old has been the technical director of the Israel FA and the coach of the national youth side. The kids training here could one day be his charges.
They're really enthusiastic. You can see that. They also have enough footballs, 10 of them. It isn't a big sports ground, but you can also do something with a small field.
Today, the Arab kids are training. Tomorrow, it'll be the Jewish children. And on the weekend, both groups will be playing on the pitch. Getting them together is a slow and deliberate process.
You can see them walking next to each other in the shopping mall. They can meet each other and never say hello because they may be afraid of one of each other because they never can meet. And on the field with just football, you can make them to do a little peace process.
As a German playing a key role, Mishael Nees is a living example of how people with a difficult shared past can reconcile their differences. Nees spent years working in South Africa and Rwanda, also countries beset by internal conflicts. He knows that football can make a difference.
Football is very important to a lot of people. It helps them connect. And shared success helps people bond.
The training center of the FA in Tel Aviv. It's a small facility with a small budget. Mishael Nees is in charge of creating structures to help Israel catch up to the larger footballing nations of Europe. From scheduling and travel arrangements to individual training sessions, Nees has to oversee it all. And he's already had some success.
The guys born in 1995 were among the top 8 in Europe and qualified for the European Championship. That's a huge success. And if we'd scored one more goal against the host Hungary, we'd now be in the World Cup in New Zealand. It was really close.
Compared with other countries, his staff is small. Nees is not only the technical director and coach of the under-21s, but he'll help out wherever he's needed.
For example, we don't have any analysts. We don't have a single scout. We have to all pitch in. At the moment, the under-16 coach, Offer Fabian, is helping analyze our opponents because we don't have anyone else.
Nees observes around 300 matches and training sessions a year. Each school year only produces a few hundred active football players. And so far, none have managed to make a big international breakthrough.
Sooner or later, someone will pull it off. They just need to keep on developing further in the last stage of their training.
And therein lies the problem. Israelis have to do military service when they're 18. For 3 years, they can only play in the weak domestic league instead of transferring abroad.
But on the other hand, that's really good. They're off the market for 3 years. We know where they are, and they can concentrate on the basics.
It came down to basics in the last European Championship qualifier for the under-19s. For Mishael Nees, it tested whether his work is already bearing fruit. A win would have put them through. But he had to watch them fall apart after a good start. The young Israelis couldn't withstand the pressure and suffered a bitter defeat.
Our guys were overwhelmed. They were always one step too slow, and too slow mentally as well.
Mental weakness and a lack of concentration have often been the undoing of the Israeli youth sides. Michael Nees believes it's got to do with the political situation. The war in Gaza last summer made his work especially hard.
The players were spending time on the internet or watching TV and so on, and that reduced their concentration. All the under-19s and under-21s are soldiers, and it's their colleagues who are deployed in the war zones.
Football in Israel provides a distraction from war and terror. International matches are a good example. Michael Nees is a familiar face at the senior national team. FA President Avi LUZON holds the German and his work in high regard.
Michael, for us, is a very professional. He's giving us the professional side of football. Very experienced guy, brings the approach that we all looked for, and he's doing a good job and really a lot of satisfaction.
In the qualification for Euro 16 in France, Israel lead their group, putting them ahead of Germany, the Netherlands, and Portugal. Football has never been as popular in Israel as it is now. This is the first time since 1970 that the country could make it into a big tournament. It's easy to imagine how huge the celebrations would be if they succeed. On a beach in Tel Aviv, Michael Nees can get away from it all. He often thinks about his role as a German building something up in Israel. In light of German Jewish history, that's no easy mission.
I realize that I have to be somewhat more sensitive and cautious, and I have to avoid conflicts, and that some people might bear me ill will. I might have expected that and comprehended it. But on the contrary, no one has ever shown me contempt, and that's the thing that's impressed me most so far.
Michael Nees hopes that his charges at the Perez Center continue to get along with each other. His nomination for German Football Ambassador is a testament to the spirit of his project.